Hey, David, with the Wholesaler's Toolbox. I want to talk to you today about goals and motivation and why you need goals to be a successful wholesaler. Now, we all know that you set goals all the time. You know, you're going to lose weight, you're going to get fit, you're going to go back to school and start a new career doing something. And then those goals tend to go by the wayside. You either start doubting yourself or say, I've had a hard week, I'm gonna get off the diet this week, but I'll start back up next week. Or you've got people in your life that are maybe naysayers or don't want to see you do better than them, so they'll sabotage it and they'll say, that's not going to work, this isn't a good time to be in real estate, that diet I tried it, it's not going to work, whatever the reason is. So in those times of doubt, you need a plan to stick to. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to write down your plan, so when you have those times of doubt, or when you have somebody being a naysayer in your life, you can ignore the noise and you've already got it written down what you need to do. Now, one of my favorite speakers of all time was Zig Ziglar. He's a motivational speaker. He's passed away now, but he told a great story about an archer named Howard Hill. And Howard Hill was one of the greatest archers of all time. And he was in 267 competitions and won 267 of them. He had a flawless record. And he could take a bow and his bow and arrow, and he could shoot at the target and put it dead center of the bullseye. And then he could take another arrow and shoot that and split the first arrow right in half. All right, so that's amazing skill. So Zig in the story says, in 10 minutes, I can have you shooting your arrow more consistently than Howard Hill. If we blindfold him and spin him around in a circle, and the person he's talking to says, well, that's silly, Zig. How can Howard Hill hit a target that he can't see? And Zig says, that's right. And how can you hit a target that you don't even have? Okay, so you have to have a target. It's a great story, and it's very true. If you don't even know what you're shooting at, how are you going to hit it? Okay, so this is how I want you to set up your goals, so you have a course and a direction and a purpose for doing it. Okay, so there's going to be three things that we're going to cover. I want to get you to you need to get a notebook or some paper so you can write this down and sit down and take time thinking about this. Okay, so the first you're going to write down is what your goal is. Okay, so you want to be a real estate wholesaler. Okay, and you want to, you either want to stay a wholesaler, or you eventually want to start, fixing and flipping houses, or you want to be a landlord and own properties. So I want you to write it down. This is what you want, okay? I want to be a real estate wholesaler. I want to close, 5 or 10 deals a month, whatever it is. This is how much money I want to make. And I want you to be very specific with your goals. And it doesn't matter if you, take up 6, 8, 10 pieces of paper writing this out, but write down what you want and completely. What do you want it to look like? Okay, what do you want your success to look like? All right. When you're done with that and you've got it all planned out, and it doesn't matter, you don't have to show it to anybody else. This is for you. All right. But be very specific. Okay. So you've got your goal. Okay, this is who I want to be. Okay, and then I want you to say why you want to be it. Takes a few more pages and write why, and say I want to do it for my family. This is I want to design a lifestyle where I don't have to work a 9-to-5 grind. I'm tired of working weekends. I'm tired of working for somebody else. Whatever the reason is, and again, be very specific why you want it, not what you want, but why you want it. So list it all out and write out your perfect life, okay? Not everybody needs a Learjet and a Bentley, okay? And you see all these real estate, gurus that promote their program, they're always, on the private jet, or they're doing this. And that's great if that's what you want, but not everybody wants that. I don't want that. Learjets are expensive, and, there's a lot of maintenance on them, all right? So, but I want a nice life where I don't have to worry about money, and, I can do deals when I want to do deals. And if I want to stop doing deals and go to Florida for 3 months, I can do it. Okay. That's the life I want. I want a stress-free life. I don't want a landlord because I don't want to deal with tenants, So I like wholesaling. I like wholesaling because it gives me freedom. I can make money, and I also have the freedom. So decide what you want. Okay. Write down what your goals, what you want. and then write down why you want it, okay? And then finally put down how you're going to get it, all right? So, you know, if you want to be a real estate wholesaler, you have to educate yourself, okay? So, so start reading books. You're doing this course, and that's a great start, but you always want to keep learning, even after this, okay? So, I want to finish this course. I want to read, a book about real estate every month. I'm going to start going to meetup groups and start engaging with other people in my business, because you're going to be more successful associating yourself with people that already have the success you want than, hanging out with, people that are, unemployed and not doing anything with their lives. All right. So we're going to get more into that later about going to meetup groups and everything, but you have to surround yourself with, with successful people in the business that you want to be in. So that's it. That's the assignment for this video. All right. Write down what you want in life. Write down why you want it, and write down how you're going to get it. Okay. And so you have a clear plan, all right? And then take this out, every morning or a couple times a week, and when you're in your car and you're by yourself, and read it so you remember what you want out of this, all right? You remember why you're doing it and the effort that you're putting in, why you're doing it, okay? And that will increase your chances of success by 100%, all right? Because a goal that you don't write down is just a daydream, but when you put it on paper and you put thought behind it, it's an actual goal, and it goes into your subconscious. And I don't know if you've heard about the law of attraction, but it's a real thing. And anything that you have a strong desire and you keep feeding into your subconscious, you're going to achieve. So, okay, so get a pad of paper, get a pen, start working on your goals, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.